Tanvir, Sharad, Prabal, Gaurav, thank you so much for joining us at the beautiful bar at the Quorum Club in Mumbai. Now, I know how excited we all were to have this winning in key cities approach in Mumbai and Bangalore happen. We were so excited because not only was it going to be game-changing for us, it was also going to be one of the most integrated workshops we've ever had, not just in India, but also in the entire winning in key cities approach. We had customer marketing, brand teams, advocacy, the general trade on-trade team. Then we had the key accounts on-trade team, historically have always worked in silos. We had our agencies there from a PR and influencer perspective. We also had some influential bartenders all in the room. It was amazing, but it was not easy to get there. We had a lot of stop-starts and a lot of headwinds to make this workshop happen for a variety of reasons, but mainly because of COVID. India was arguably the hardest hit with COVID. We had curfews, we had regulations, we had restrictions on selling alcohol, consumer sentiment at its lowest. Shard, can you tell us a little bit about how our customers and the on-trade are coming out of this last year with COVID?
Right. So let's just put things in context first. Mumbai is the financial capital of India. It's got a GDP of over $264 billion. It's the home to some of the most influential on-trade outlets. In fact, some global groups like Soho House are based out of Mumbai. We have 140 lighthouse accounts and over 500 other on-premise or OOPs, as we call them. And correctly, as you said, Zina, COVID took its toll on Mumbai. Mumbai was shut for the longest period compared to other cities in the country, and businesses were really hit bad. In fact, most customers are still recovering from the pandemic. But the good news is Mumbai is back. Things are open and things are bouncing back, and like how?
Amazing. So Gaurav, what are we kind of seeing then if consumers are coming back with a vengeance in the on-trade and the on-trade is evolving? Surely our customers have to evolve as well. So what new and exciting things are happening right now with the trade and new trends as well?
Oh, yes. With on-trade opening up, I think we've seen a lot of positive, things going around. So for example, cocktail culture is evolving. Consumer is upgrading to premium brands. The new bar takeover concept with an experienced mixologist is also is trending now. So these are some trends which we observe in the market.
And Timber, you were also saying that actually consumer behavior is also changing now post-COVID.
Yeah, post-COVID, after all the restrictions that came in, people have started to tend to come a little bit more early to the outlets. Mumbai was always been a place where people used to start coming at around 11 p.m. in the night, 10:30 in the night, 12 in the night, party on till 3 p.m. or so, 3 a.m. or so. But now that trend is starting to shift a little to 7 p.m., 8:30 p.m. Crowds are starting to fill in at 8:30. And apart from that, now it's not just the weekends. The outlets are packed on the weekdays also, which was not a very heavy trend in Mumbai earlier. There used to be days, Wednesdays, Saturdays and Sundays, but now it's Tuesdays and Thursdays also. So that's how things are changing.
Yeah, that's why it was the perfect time to have that workshop.
Absolutely.
With these new occasions, these new consumers, these new trends. How do we take that forward? So talking about the workshop, Prabal, I'm coming to you. So you are a die-hard off-trade sales guy, now looking after the West, both the on-premise and the off-premise. Yeah. So what were some of your thoughts when we came to you with this winning in key cities approach?
Frankly speaking, Zina, when you started approaching us for this WIKC thing, I was a little skeptical. I took it very lightly, on day one at least, because I felt this is another project which would come in and pass by. But I think with passage of time, when we had the first workshop, had interaction one-on-one and then in team with Sean, obviously with you, we have been discussing this for quite a long time. I think when the content was shown to us, and then how it was opened up to the team, and then the involvement of the team from the bottom-up approach, I think that's when we started getting the buying in and the thought process started changing. So initially, yes, as you rightly pointed out, I was a little skeptical. But I think with right now where we are in, I'm more confident that this project would be one of the project which would actually make a difference to our business and to the on-trade channel of Bacardi.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But Sharad, you came from a slightly different perspective because you lived and breathed the on-trade your whole life, even at your previous roles at Diageo and Beam. But for you, how has this approach actually changed the way you thought we can engage with the on-trade moving forward?
That's a great question, Zina. Coming from a company like Diageo or Beam Global as well, we know in the market the challenges we face with a Diageo or a Pernod, who've got deep, deep pockets, and they are ready to overinvest in certain outlets. So we've always have had to think harder, right, and differently. What the winning in key cities approach sort of really got us thinking is, rather than spreading ourselves too thin, going in narrow, going in deep, no scattergun approach, get your sniper rifle out, aim, bang, choose your battles. And that's what we've been doing, allocating resources to the right city and the right outlets in those cities. So that's been the big shift.
Amazing. And Gaurav, you also then would have a completely different perspective because you previously were one of our customers coming from premium 5-star hotels, now joining the Bacardi family. What do you think that this approach would really add value to our customers that you wish you could have seen when you were one of our customers?
Oh yes, first of all, it's been an exciting journey on the other side. I myself have been, a food and beverage experience for over 7 years. In hospitality, the most important thing is the guest satisfaction. And the hoteliers strive really hard to achieve it. They come up with innovations, they come up with different ideas, which eventually leads to an exceptional guest experience. With this WIKC program, it gives us an opportunity to be more creative, to be more innovative, come out with different ideas that give our customers and consumers a world-class experience.
Yeah, it really is a customer-first approach, not how many cases can we sell, but how do we add value to your P&L, your business, and your customers.
Right.
Nice. Great insights. We're so glad that you joined the Bacardi family. Tanvir, so now we've done the workshop, and I think there was some great momentum around it. But now it's about sustaining that momentum, continuing to inspire your team to deliver on the very clear-cut plan that we have for our 150 outlets. So how do you plan on doing that?
Three things, Zina. One, which are personal to me as well. I read them also somewhere, and something which has opened my mind through the WIKC program as well. Solving, not selling. We are here right now, as a team, trying to solve the challenges that the on-trade has been facing for more than 2 years now. We are trying to work with them rather than through them in this time, and looking out for opportunities in each and every outlet, as Sharad said, using the sniper approach, each and every outlet. I guess that has given a broader perspective to the team. And now they are motivated to work with each outlet rather than working bringing the synergy through working with each outlet. So one thing is that. Second thing is know the ingredients, not just the recipe. So it's not always about the recipe, it's always about what you are putting into that outlet. So right now, as Prabal also highlighted, that we will be pinpointing and going with maybe we have a primary brand and then we have a secondary brand. We know that we can target that outlet with one brand. Maybe a Diageo or Pernod can go in with a portfolio, but there are certain brands which are not, they do not possess, they do not have it. We can help the outlets. Say, for example, a Martini Fiero, maybe. That comes to my mind firstly. And the last thing, Zina, is trust. Because I know for sure that on ground, my team knows the outlets much more in depth than I do. And I need to be fully trusting them when they say that, Tanvir, this is what's going to work. If it doesn't, we are always there to help them. You are there, I am there, Sharad's there, Prabhal's there. But that first step is something which we need to be behind them, that yes, you take that first step. Some things will work, some might not, but we are there to back you. So that trust is very important.
Amazing, Tanvir. Those are great insights. Sharad and Prabal, you are both seasoned experts at what you do. But I want to ask, what was the biggest surprise and biggest learning that you had going through this winning in key cities approach?
Zina, the first and foremost thing that comes to my mind with this WIKC workshop is, and the project is, how do you fine-tune your brand approach to an account? We all know that we have a big portfolio, and that's a pressure point at certain point for the ground team. With WIKC, I think most of the team members for this 150 top accounts are now confident that I have a primary brand and a secondary brand. So it's like winning in that account with that primary brand, I would have a success story in place. So that I think is one key takeaway and a good confidence booster which my team and we all have got through WIKC. That's a key thing which I at least personally have taken away.
And that's really keeping customer at the heart, because we
Yes.
usually go in with the portfolio, whereas this time we started with the outlets, then we mapped out the occasions, and only then did we speak about brand.
Yep.
So the last thing we spoke about was the brand, as opposed to usually the first thing we speak about
Absolutely
is
correct.
everything and anything in our portfolio.
Yes.
Absolutely. So just building up on what Prabal said, is what was really amazing for me is, just looking at, the advocacy team, the brand team, and, the commercial team all getting our heads together and actually looking at the problems that we have and doing a bottoms-up approach, right? And building up those numbers, so that everyone takes ownership. And their heart and minds were all there together. And we built up those numbers and we said, okay, this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doubling our share.
Yeah.
And we put the numbers, it all stacked up and it made sense.
Yeah.
So that for me was really amazing.
Amazing. Okay, Gaurav and Tanvir, now that you guys are going to be the ones executing fully on the ground with your teams, what is the one thing that you're the most excited about in this approach when it comes down to killing it in market?
Oh yes. So at this level where we are, I think we are confident to win the Mumbai city. We have a mission to be the #1 beverage partner, and we are all excited and looking forward to this.
Amazing.
So I think, Zina, as we said, that with this program, I'm excited that or we as a team will be able to add a lot more value to our outlets through this program. We'll be able to target our brands at the right set of outlets, go there all out with those brands. And if we are not able to get in from a portfolio approach, rather get in from a brand approach, seed in one brand and then come back with all the other brands there. So that is what I'm very excited about, to see how that we go with each outlet with a different approach, but at the same time it's synergized to one whole of becoming the #1 partner all across
Yeah,
Mumbai.
me
in 2
too.
years.
I guess all that's left to do is really to go out there and absolutely kill it and win in Mumbai as a cross-functional team. And I just want to send a message to the whole On-Trade Council. We invite you to come to Mumbai and to spend some time with the team, see the consumer sentiment come back, see the innovation in the on-trade, and be truly inspired by the work the team is doing on the ground. It's going to be amazing, and we can't wait to host you. Thank you, everyone. Here's
Thank
to
you.
winning in Mumbai. Cheers.
Cheers.